Some love stories unfold like a slow, deliberate dawn, each moment a gentle brushstroke of color against the sky. For Amila Dasanayake and his beloved bride, their journey was just that. It was a tale woven not in grand theatrical gestures, but in the quiet, shared spaces between heartbeats. They met in the most ordinary of ways, a chance encounter that felt less like coincidence and more like destiny gently nudging them together. Their connection was instant, a silent recognition of a kindred spirit. It was in the way her laughter filled the silence, and the way his gaze made her feel like the only person in the world. Their love grew steadily, nurtured by late-night conversations that stretched into the early hours, simple walks where hands just naturally found each other. Their courtship was a beautiful tapestry of shared dreams and quiet understanding. He learned the rhythm of her days, the little things that brought a sparkle to her eyes, and the unspoken fears she held close to her heart. She, in turn, discovered the depth of his kindness, the strength of his convictions, the gentle soul that lay beneath his calm exterior. They built a world for two, a sanctuary made of inside jokes, favorite songs, the unwavering belief that they had found their other half. The morning of September 7th, 2025, dawned with a soft, ethereal light, as if the world itself was holding its breath in anticipation. For Amila, waking up felt different. There was a profound stillness in the air, a quiet hum of excitement that seemed to vibrate just beneath the surface. The usual sounds of the morning were muted, replaced by the thrum of his own heart. He lay for a moment staring at the ceiling, a slow smile spreading across his face. Today was the day he would marry her, the day their separate paths would finally, officially, merge into one. It was a thought so immense, so beautiful, it filled his entire being with a sense of wonder. In another part of the city, his bride was experiencing a similar magical stillness. She sat by her window, a cup of tea growing cold in her hands, watching the sun paint the sky in hues of rose gold. The flurry of activity that would soon engulf the house had not yet begun. In these precious, quiet moments, she allowed herself to simply feel. As the sun climbed higher, the quiet stillness of the morning gave way to a joyous, bustling symphony of preparation. At the bride's home, the air became thick with the scent of hairspray, fresh flowers, punctuated by peals of laughter and excited chatter. Her mother, her eyes glistening with pride and nostalgia, carefully helped her with the intricate details of her attire. Sisters' bridesmaids flitted about like colorful birds, offering words of encouragement, adjusting a stray curl, sharing stories that brought tears of laughter to everyone's eyes. Meanwhile, Amila's preparations were a mirror of calm camaraderie. His father, with a steady hand and a knowing smile, helped him with his cufflinks, sharing a quiet word of advice that was more about life than about the wedding day itself. His groomsmen, a boisterous and loyal crew, filled the room with jokes and easy banter. They toasted to his future, their glasses clinking in a cheerful chorus. The air in the ceremony hall was thick with anticipation, a hushed reverence settling over the gathered guests. Sunlight streamed through the tall windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air like tiny golden blessings. The aisle, adorned with soft white flowers and trailing greenery, seemed to stretch on like a pathway to a different world. Then the music began, a soft, poignant melody that silenced every whisper and turned every head toward the entrance. And there she stood. As his bride began her walk toward him, time seemed to slow down. For Amila, the world fell away. There was only her, a vision of grace and beauty, her eyes locked on his in a promise that was already being made. As she reached his side, he took her hand, a current of pure, unadulterated love passed between them. It was a moment of profound connection, a silent acknowledgement that they were home. Their first kiss as a married couple was tender and deep, a seal on their promises. The transition from the solemnity of the ceremony to the exuberance of the reception was like a flower bursting into full bloom. The space was transformed into an enchanted garden, fairy lights twinkling like captured stars, tables adorned with lush floral arrangements. The air, once filled with reverent silence, now buzzed with joyful sounds, laughter, clinking glasses, upbeat music. Amila and his bride made their grand entrance hand in hand, their faces radiating pure, infectious joy, earning a thunderous standing ovation. The speeches wove humor and heartfelt emotion. The bride's father spoke with immense pride, voice cracking over childhood memories. He welcomed Amila into their family as a son. The best man shared hilarious, embarrassing anecdotes. Amila groaned in jest. Guests roared with laughter. Then came the first dance. They held each other close, swaying gently to the music, the dance floor packed with guests of all ages, young cousins showing off their moves, grandparents gracefully waltzing, creating a night that was truly unforgettable. What made Amila and his bride's wedding so profoundly special were the thousands of tiny personal details that whispered their unique story into every corner of the celebration. The decor was not just beautiful, it was meaningful. The centerpieces included subtle nods to places they had traveled together, each table named after a city that held a special memory for them. The cultural traditions woven throughout the day were a stunning display of their heritage. They incorporated a traditional parua ceremony. The intricate platform, the blessings from elders, and the symbolic tying of their fingers with a golden thread spoke volumes about the respect they had for their roots. They seamlessly blended these ancient customs with modern touches, creating a ceremony that felt both timeless and contemporary. Music, the universal language of love, played a pivotal role in telling their story. The playlist for the reception was a carefully curated journey through their relationship. From the indie song that was playing on their first date to the classic rock anthems they loved to sing along to on road trips. Instead of a generic trinket, guests received small, beautifully packaged jars of homemade jam. The tag attached read, "Spreading the Love," a thoughtful gesture that encapsulated the warmth and generosity of the couple. As the magical evening drew to a close, a sense of profound hope and peaceful contentment settled over the celebration. The last dance was as tender as the first, a quiet moment of reflection for the newlyweds amidst the lingering joy. Surrounded by a circle of their closest friends and family holding sparklers, Amila and his bride walked through an archway of light, their faces illuminated by the warm glow. It was a perfect cinematic ending to the day, but everyone knew it was not an end at all. It was the beginning. This was their first step into forever, a path lit by the love and well-wishes of everyone who had shared in their joy. The impact of their love was a tangible thing, a warmth that lingered in the hearts of every guest long after the music had faded. Their future stretches before them, an unwritten book filled with blank pages waiting to be filled with shared adventures, quiet mornings, challenging moments, endless laughter. For everyone who witnessed their union, the memory of Amila and his bride, hand in hand, stepping into the light, will forever be a beautiful and hopeful reminder of what it means to truly, deeply, and unconditionally love. Their journey has just begun, and the world is brighter for it.